Welcome back to Shadow Drake Messes His Base Up, part 9? This is Shadow Drake, and I mess up my base. Last time, if you were here for that whole complete kerfuffle of a cluster mess, I have basically, I'm down to my last cereal bar. I am finally growing potatoes, but let's just say I had some struggles. The struggles were real, were very real for exactly how. Oh, no, 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 no. How do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you? Is it yes? Yeah, okay, yeah. Yep. Let's just say that this, uh, I cleaned house basically. All right, so now what we need to do what I need to do is kind of several things. I need to get the tables and everything set up so that I can actually you need a plant analyzer cartridge. So I need a plant analyzer cartridge. I need to go on ahead and set the tables and stuff in there so that I can yeah, so that I can check on my plants and all of that stuff. So let's do that. Okay, so yeah, things went bad. Things went kind of really bad. So now I'm at the point where I need to kind of set up the microwave, probably a fridge. It's nice and cool here. They're finally thriving. That's good. That's good indeed. Um, like always, I'm just going to leave this right here. Um, so I need tables, I need microwaves, and I need a fridge. Yeah, tables, microwave, and fridge. Now, what I'm wondering is, I think I can get away with putting the fridge inside the I think I can get away with putting the fridge inside the my main living spot. Or do I just build an automated oven? So if I build, well, if I build an automated oven and a packaging, yeah. Okay, let's do that. Let's just do the oven and the packaging. So let's do that. That way I don't need microwave. Well, I will need the microwave eventually. No, I'll need the reagent processor. But let's do the oven and stuff and the packager, because you know what? Might as well make some canned foods. Now, the thing that I have to be concerned about here, though, is that I need to be able to see how much I'm generating and how much I'm spending. This is getting low, which means that I am spending more power than I am making, which is a potential hazard. Alright, so I'm pretty sure you can make that. No? Oh, okay, so it's okay. Oven. Steel, Constantin, solder. Wow, that's quite a bit. Solder. Constantin. Steel. I believe you have all the steel. Alright, so what does the oven need to be made? Automated oven needs some iron sheets and a screwdriver, okay? And I'm not putting that in my living space because that's just, well, more pain waiting to happen. Okay, while I'm doing that, I do need to make some tables. I keep forgetting that there is no ceiling up there. So tables. You need copper for tables? Okay, fine. We'll go with that. And then I'll need the packager. Advanced packaging machine. And you need electrum for that? Okay, whatever. Good, okay. Alright, so here's the thing. What do I need for the packager? Advanced packaging machine just needs some iron sheets. Okay, so I just need some iron sheets. I don't think I have any iron sheets left, so let's just make a couple more. So setting that up is not going to be a big deal. And I really hope that I have food available to me. Okay, let's go get these set up. I really hope that those potatoes grow quickly enough because I really do need those potatoes growing. Okay, so what makes sense to me is to have the packaging machine right here and the oven right here. Actually, I want to put it right there, so I need to move those pipes. So to move those pipes, I just gotta do this. The magic of looking through. All right, let's just get a couple pipes. Please grow faster. The first batch of potatoes should grow quick enough. I never realized just how low my food was. Like, I can't believe how low it is. I let it get that low. It's kind of amazing to me. Usually I have those, those things up and running much sooner than what I put them at. But nope. Apparently I really kind of messed up bad. Oh, so that's 12 Celsius now? That's actually releasing quite a bit of energy. Cooling down, yeah, for passive cooling, that's doing really well. Alright, so there's that. Now, the reason I wanted to put some space... Oh, come on. Is I didn't want this to be, like, flush. You know what? You're right here. Because that can just dump a can right there. Oh, I need more batteries. Okay. I really need to build more batteries. Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough, because I don't want this to just immediately go into the oven. Okay. Alright. So that's one thing down. The table, I think I'll just do something like... What if I just put the table right here? High-tech table. So if I put the table right there, it still gives me access to here. I think that'll work. Ugh, I need a shower again. Alright. Since I don't need the microwave, this is only really for like the chemistry station and the food processor. How cold is this? 28 Celsius. So it's definitely cooled down quite a bit. It cooled this area down a bit. So yeah. I think I can take out the yeah, this is nice. Thriving towards fruiting. That's perfect. Let's get a plant analyzer and then I'll come back and shower and drink. Okay, well, before I do that, I should probably build 2 more. Okay. Let's build probably 3 more large batteries because I need one here. And I need one for my tablet. So, one for you, one for my tablet, and one for my arc welder. And then I need to put another one, to put another small in there. iron sheets. Okay. Then I gotta start working on this, because what I want to do is I do want to replace this entire solar tracking script with an IC10, because I am using a little bit more power than I want to. But I want to also have a display, so I do want to build that up. Do I have any glass sheets? The answer is no.
Waste tank caution.
But okay, hold on.
Hydration critical.
Okay. I think I am actually going to need this. Alright, so I need a utility pipe. I believe I got some normal pipes in there. I've decided that. And battery. Small. Need some iron. It's all in here. I've decided that I think I need to attach this to my furnace. And just have my furnace take in quite literally my waste tank off-gassing. Oh, perfect. So what I can do is this right here. That'll take all of that. Then I'll have a spare canister to use as my waste tank from whenever the thing just decides to be stupid and just, you know, practically explode on me. So I'll put that there. Put you in there. Okay. I completely forgot to build the plant analyzer cartridge again. Okay. Oh, right, I cannot put my suit in my suits. Okay. Now that that's settled. Alright, let's look at things here. Ugh, this is scary. It's my deep miner cartridge, which I had over here. It's my pill, which I have not had to use yet. Did I shut that off? No, it's just charging quite a bit. Okay. Shut that down, shut that down. Stop wasting power. Okay. So the things that I gotta do. I need to build some consoles, some windows, and going ahead and get that set up. I really do want to see just how much power I am gaining and how much power I am losing, and probably do an estimate for how much time till the batteries run out. I really do want to do that for my battery display, because I think I'm going to have to get to a I'm going to have to I will need to know this information so that I can just plan out better how I'm doing. Because, you know, I've been running with this with the very minimal power generation and stuff. And am I still haven't done 4.
Air tank critical. Oxygen low.
I haven't done 4 of the. Do you have anything in here? No, you don't. Go in there. What I have not done yet. I need a battery. Let me get one of those batteries and put it out there because that's charging. There we go. Because what I have not done yet is really plan exactly how much I am using. Oh, good, you're thriving towards fruiting. You know what? There's no way that you should die, so go on ahead and plant the last one. Might as well get seeds out, fill out my oven, stuff. And I need to go on ahead and make the better jetpack. Alright, so I'm going to need some cable analyzers. I'm going to need some glass. So let's go ahead and start that. Get some displays going so that I can kind of see what is going on as far as my shelter is concerned. Okay, so I need you here. Okay, what do I need here? Welding torch and 1 plastic sheet. Well, it's a good thing I have like plenty of those. I need 2, of course I do. 1 more, please. So we're actually going to get to the point where actually we'll need to be coding quite a bit. Oh, this is closed. Oh, that's fine. That's there we go. So I'm gonna need maybe 3 consoles, 1, 2, and 3. The question is, how am I going to? I need power generated, power consumed, and then maybe an approximate time till I run out. Let's get some consoles. Let's get another IC10. Question is, do I even have enough materials for that Electrum? I have plenty of cables. I need to stop burning through my power. Is my thingy on? Yeah, it is on. This is the. I don't need a harm suit. I need the hard suit, jetpack, steel, waspoi, stellite, and astroloid. Okay. I think that's just like everything right here. That's just so that I can stop having inventory issues. I see housing. Because I will actually need to go mining so that I can kind of get a lot of materials. Because, I mean, I'm looking at this right there. That's slightly concerning. It's not quite concerning yet, but I will need to, I need to know just how much I'm burning through. Because now I'm having, you know, small station batteries, large station batteries, power being charged, power being used, power everywhere, you know. My power is actually going to be used a lot more now. I need more gold in there. Oh, you're done.
Jetpack critical.
There we go. Which kind of leads me to the thing. So let me look at console, LED console. One of the things that I have not done yet is put it into string mode and actually put a require string. So I'm actually not sure if this will be a good way for me to do time, you know? I'm trying to think what will be a good way for that because uh, you know what? I'll figure that out later. But I think that'll be a good thing to do. Okay, so if I put you here and here, and then I'll just put you there for just testing. Uh, do you? Yes, you do.
Hunger caution.
Power gen, power used, time to empty. Let's just do that. Okay. Oh, I forgot the cable analyzers. Can't do anything without the cable analyzers. Cable analyzers. I need some silicon. Need silicon for that? This shows how little I've used some of this stuff. I mean, it's like all of this is useful information, or you can get a lot of useful information out of copper. But I just have not used most of these devices at all. All right, so let's shut things down so that I don't burn through power. Ironically enough, the stackers use quite a bit of power too. It's crazy. Uh, like that. That's a good way to stop power up. So what I need is power used right here. Power gen. This is going to be kind of awkward. Okay. So if I used, okay, this is going to be awkward for sure. Let's bring this here. Yeah, knew it. Hmm, it's a good way to get it down here. Uh, okay, let's do this right here. Put you right there. Okay. Although I'm really questioning my sanity on this because this just doesn't seem like it'll be worthwhile. Okay, so this will be for the power monitoring side of things. But let me just sanity check myself first before I commit to this build out. Now, what I am going to need is what I am intending to do here is I am intending to put a GFG and Sterling facility
Waste tank
where
caution.
right where I'm at. Let's just empty you out. So I'm intending to put a GFG and maybe a Sterling right here. That way I can run a power line to these wind turbines so that it's kind of like, well, they're generating power. And I do need access to this cable analyzer. And this cable analyzer here as well. But I am putting it behind this, which is not ideal. I don't think that's ideal. I think I need to put it behind this. So probably what I need to do is change things up. But that's a heavy cable line up there to those solar panels. Okay. So if I do that, I do want to put this kind of be part of the solar tracker up top, but I want to run power from here to run the solar tracker. So that is a thing I gotta do. Like I'm trying to organize my things a little bit better. How hot are you? Not very hot. This is tough. This whole power system is a mess. Okay. So this being here is not ideal. Not like this. I think I want to keep this for small stuff, but I think I want to change this up. Okay. I want to change things up so that this actually runs to here. Because what I want this to do, I want this to power the solar tracker, as well as the GFG controls, as well as the GFG room controls. And so for me to do that, I need to completely rehaul. I think I need to make another IC housing and solar tracker. I think that's what I need to do. I should probably do the battery and solar tracking on a single IC10 so that I am capable of, so that I can remove all of this and do that. No, I can't do that. I can't do it on a single IC10 because the problem with that is that if I do it on a single IC10, I gotta have the split one like this because I need to put the daylight sensor on the heavy cable line, and then this data. I need a second IC10. Dang it, that's a problem. Okay, well, not a small problem. Okay. So we'll just leave that alone. We'll do this. Okay, so let's go ahead and label. So this is uh power out, anal, power in, anal. Guess I could have just put this right here. All right, so now I kind of want to do this with reference IDs because no, you know what? Let's not. So power out anal, power in anal. I need these. I need I need these data so that I can. Okay. So now I need power gen,
Hunger critical.
power used, time to empty. Let's go eat. I should be due for a storm soon, and that'll charge my batteries. I forgot to print the plant analyzer again. Okay, what are you all at? Oh, thriving towards fruiting. That's getting scarily close, because I'm down to my last cereal bar. Can't believe I am down to my last cereal bar here. This is tense. Oh wow, I completely ate that thing. Oh, that's not good. All right, so yeesh, I really should have done that earlier. I really should have planted those potatoes earlier. Okay, by the next time I need food, I'm pretty sure this one should already be in the fruiting stage. So what I can do is pick one fruit here to make my baked potato, pick another fruit here for another baked potato. That way I'll get my seeds. These two should handle me with food. Hopefully this can grow and I can just fill out the rest of these with potatoes. So I'm not in a critical state yet. Alright, let's go on ahead and program that. I need some cables. Cables for the batteries, because I need to know their charge. Let's make more cables. Cables, 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 cables. Wait, I need the plant analyzer first. That's a lot of copper. That's okay, I got some extras. Alright, where's the growth rate? Yeah, that's a lot of growth efficiency right there. 147%. No stress, no stress. 98. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. That's what I wanted to see. So what I want to do, what I want to see is see how much power is being generated versus how much is being consumed. And it's perfect right now. So let's just go on ahead and program that. Okay. So now let's see. This is the battery charge display. So alias, cable, cable out D0, alias cable in D1, alias console out D2, alias console in D3, alias console time D4, and then define, and then large battery. So I'm gonna need this. LBAT, main, and a main. Okay, let's make sure. Console out is, nope, it's console in. It's fine. In, out. All right. Now let's go back to the console. We want it to be in mode power. So two of them in mode power. Seconds. All right, so S con in mode and power is 2. S con out mode 2, S con T mode, and we're just gonna try that in string mode 10. So I don't really know how to quite work with that, so well, we're gonna find out. So we're gonna do LR0 cable analyzer. All right, so cable analyzer. Power actual. I guess power actual is the thing we need. And then load R1 cable in power actual. So S gone in setting R1, S con out setting R0. That should be the very simple nitty gritty. Okay, so that looks right. 2.2 power use 1.2. So that's good. So that means at a glance I know that I am generating power. So, or that I'm not gonna run out of power. So let's get to the next part. Kind of wish that this was cleaner. Oh, you know what? It can be cleaner if I do this. Okay. Let's pretty this up a little bit. All right. Now, how do I pretty this up? Let's do some differences here. Subtract and put it, let's make an alias for that. Alias power difference, and that's R15. Alias console color R14. Let's do that. So we're gonna put this in power difference, and we're just gonna do SDB setting power difference just to make sure I got it all right. So what we want to know is the difference between power out versus power in. The reason I want to know that is because I kind of want to change the color on the console out. Set console out color, and then we'll do C color. And by default, let's just move C color dot blue. Uh, color dot blue. There we go. Okay, let's just make sure that that works. All right, perfect. That works. Okay, so now that we got that, let's look at P difference. Oh, SDVP difference should be like 1,000. Yeah, 1,000. All right. I want to say that. Okay, okay, hold on. I want to say that so long as it is positive, it should be blue. How do I do this? Okay. There's got to be a better way to do this. Okay. Okay. What do I do? Check for three conditions. So let's see, three conditions. Greater than 1 kilowatt generation equals blue. Uh, greater than 0 generation equals green. No, greater than 200 generation equals green. And greater than negative 800 gen equals yellow. And less than that, less than negative 800 equals red. So now comes the good, now comes how do I set this? So if my generation is really low, it needs to be red, and then it needs to go to end. And I can do move color dot blue and stuff like that. So let's come up with good situations. Hmm, this is a tricky one. I gotta come up with a condition that doesn't use. Well, I'm not really limited on line space, to be honest. So I could do something as simple as SGT and do R3 P difference 1000, and then I could do select for P no for C color p diff. Uh, color dot blue, otherwise see color. Now, what concerns me is that this is red, but I don't know if that'll work. So let me see if it fails that. This, no, looks like it's good. Okay. But I gotta think this through a little bit better because that's the uppercase. Because I want this to take precedence. Because, you know, on the other side of things, I could also do an SL3R3 P diff. So long as it's less than negative 800, you know, I could do the whole select C color R3. No, R. Yeah. Whoops, P diff. That's supposed to be R3. That's a mistake there. So if it is indeed less than, then you do color dot red. Otherwise, C color. Because I could do that as well. But I got to come up with these two in between states. And you know the tricky thing with the IC10 thing is that it executes from the top to the bottom. So hmm, I mean I could do branching. You know, I could check for over 1,000, and if not, then it won't branch. Then I can check for over 200, and if not, it won't branch. And then you know over 800, if not, it won't branch. And then set color to red because that's the final condition, and then just you know call it done. I could do that. I was trying to see if I can do that better with less lines. You know what? Relative branching might actually be the way to do that because I can do a relative branch if it's, check for less than 1,000. If not, then skip the color and then the J. Then check for the next one, then J. Then the next one, then J. That's what, 3 lines? 3, 6, 9, 12. Can I do that with less with these conditions right here? That's actually kind of tough to be honest because mindset wise, I gotta pick one of these and have that be like the main thing. You know, like first, like maybe work my way forward. Like for example, okay, so what if I say move C color dot red, right? And then I do this. Yeah. Okay, so my default color is red. Then I'll SGT P3 negative 800. So now I'm checking for the condition for yellow. And if that's true, we go to yellow. If not, it keeps C color. Then I check the next one. Check condition for greater than 200. And if so, then it's color dot green. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then the final one is greater than 1,000, and that's color dot blue. That should theoretically work because what I do is initialize the color to red, and then based on the other conditions, I either keep the old color or I change it to a new color. So this is basically the color grabber. Uh, you, look, I'm not good with naming stuff, so let's see if that works. So that does work, and it is yellow. It's not supposed to be yellow. Hold on. What did I do wrong here? It's not supposed to be yellow. That's why it's because I kept doing this. Is SGT, SGT. It's because I'm no longer getting those. It's not less than. You gotta have the correct condition. It's supposed to be blue, like that, blue. So blue is good. So blue means that I am. Hold on a second. That should be on time to empty, right? Or should I change that both? What am I doing with this? Like, hold on, hold on. The only reason I want that is because. Hold on. Why would I want to change that particular color for the generation? What was my thought on that? No, 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 no. That's the one being drained. That's my drain. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. That's why. Because if this is blue, I should be able to know that no matter what, I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna lose a lot of power because if I'm generating 20 kilowatts, and even though I'm spending, okay, even if that's off, even if that's off, wow, yeah. Even if that's all, those two are off, I can look over here and see what I'm spending. And if it's blue, I'm can be assured that I am generating more than I'm consuming. If it's blue, if it's green, that means I'm kind of close. Uh, Man, how fast this fills.
Waste tank critical.
There we go.
Power low.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there we go. Red means that I am using quite a bit of power. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, because after all, I shouldn't be expecting to use that. Okay, okay, there we go. That kind of works. So, all right, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so red means that I'm not generating near as much power to overcome my usage. Yellow means that I am dangerously close, that I will eventually run out. But that's not a good marker. So I need to do something with this. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. All right, so now let's look at this. So that came up with the colors. So now I need to know overall time to empty. This is where I'm going to try to figure out the strings. This is going to be the weird part. What am I doing with that? There's no way I can have a good way to make that a good string. Because first I need to LB R3. That'll be my charge for my LBATs. And I want charge. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Battery, large. Yeah, that's charge. And I want the sum. And then if I do divide, let's just alias this. Time T to E. R13. T to E. E. And I do R3 divided by R0. That gives me the time to empty in ticks. If I divide T2E by 2 in seconds. Now, there is a string command. String, no. String, no. Is it here? Could have sworn there was a string command. Hold on. ST. str. Is that it? Okay. Let's set on t setting string 1. Let's see if that works. I think what I'm trying to do is not gonna work. Okay. 49. Is that ASCII? Gonna have to look that up. 1 second. Looking that up. Pretty sure string is always ASCII. So if I know some things, then I can do ASCII conversions. ASCII 1. ASCII table of its codes. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can do in this game that you're right. Yeah, decimal 49 should be that. So according to ASCII, if I put 2, it should be decimal 50. Yeah, 50. Okay. So wait. What if I put hello? That's a big number. Hello. So 3, 9, 39, 24. Oh boy, that's gonna be a big number. Okay. Oh, I am going to have to come up with a converter for this because what I want to do is say something like this. You know, 0 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds. Just now I'm playing around with my stuff. Invalid string length at 37. Okay, so can't do that much. Okay, so what's my limits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe? 6. Let's add one more. Yep, that's my limit. Now, the question is, if I do a bigger console, will it actually get better? Okay. Let's can I print out more consoles? Okay. I have not done any string stuff, so I'm actually gonna be a little bit excited to try to work that out to kind of come up with a good way to change that into a number. All right, so this is going to be uh time to empty con. No, it's gonna be the same thing. Oh no, that's bad. Okay, what I can do, however, is Okay, well, what I can do is gotta put toys away. Could do something like this because then, oh, yep, okay, yeah, that'll work. So basically, I gotta create a number code here, but I can't change that. Oh, I have to do some kind of bit switching type thing, won't I? This is gonna be a pain. Okay, because the time to empty is 3683. Okay, so if I change, that's 3683. So divide TTE. No, 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 no. Divide that. Let's just put alias minutes are 12. Alias seconds are 11. They're rounding. I think there's a floor. I think there's a floor instruction. Yeah. Okay. So divide minutes mins TTE by 60. Floor mins, that should floor minutes. Then hmm, 3678. So that 36, that's almost, yeah. 1 second, let's see. 3678 seconds divided by 60. Yeah, 61.3. That's fine. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. If I divide that into seconds, I floor seconds. Because what that means is I get a value, and then I subtract second minutes, floor second. Okay, so what I hope that this will do is when I divide TTE by 60, then I get total seconds. Then I floor minutes and seconds. That way it gets rid of the decimal because it's going to be some kind of decimal. Then I can subtract from second the minutes I just got to leave just the decimal. Multiply second 60 because I need to get it back to number of seconds and then I can do seconds. Okay, that makes sense. It is actually counting down. Okay. Now comes the tough part. Now that I got my minutes and my seconds, I gotta convert that to strings. But the problem with that is I have a 3-digit number. I can have up to a 3-digit number and up to a 2-digit number, and I need to get the correct string. But I don't know what's a good way to change that to a string because I need to get the different digits. Because I don't think I can do string. Hold on, I can't do string of R12 because it's just going to be. I can't do that, right? Because then it's just going to give me R12. It's going to give me R12. Yeah, that makes sense. It's going to give me R12. So then I have a problem here. I got to somehow convert and move all of that stuff to the right points. because I can't just do the string function. I have to literally generate the string. And by ASCII, it's literally decimal. So, oh, this is a problem. That's a problem probably for another day, to be honest. Yeah, let's just call it. We'll just call it right here. Shadow Drake is gonna have to think this through a little bit more if I want to do it this way, just to have a string. Because quite honestly, this is the most I've ever had to do with that. Okay, that's a good. This is a good calling spot, and I'll figure that out. But now I can see that I am spending more power than I am gaining. And this will be a good stopping place. Are my potatoes ready yet? I'm 67% food. Yay, I got 2 potatoes. Alright, I'm not gonna starve. Alright guys, this is a good wrap up point, and I gotta think about how to do that, because if I can get up to 3 digits, I'm gonna figure out how to do 3 digits and get through the 3 different numbers and move it in the right spot. So this is Shadow Drake. Thank you for your time. Next time when we return, hopefully I'll have a solution for that. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye bye.